Hello and welcome to the cold start video for the Golf Mark 1 GTI with a Mark 4 GTI implant. So this GTI Mark 4 engine, this is 1.8 20 valve, has been remapped so that the torque curve is less severe than it was on the original one, which you'll see when we're driving the car how nice and smooth it is. But it's been detuned down to detuned down to 213 horsepower. It has got slightly upgraded brakes on it, which means we've got slightly different wheels on it to encompass the bigger discs, and a modified interior as well. So Tim, if you'd like to put the ignition on, and you'll notice when we put the ignition on, this is not a normal Golf Mark 1 GTI dashboard, this is actually a Lupo dashboard with Apple CarPlay. Anyway, so start her up please, Tim. Can you give her a blip when I get round the back?
Yeah.
Sounds lovely. And if you'd like to switch her off.
Kick off with a question.
Right, so now we're doing the test drive in the 1983 Mark 1 Golf GTI. So as you might see from looking at the dashboard, you might think, hang on, that's not a Mark 1 Golf GTI. Well, yes it is, but this has had an update. So this has been rebuilt, or sort of reimagined, if you like, by some very clever people who thought, let's build a Mark 1 Golf GTI as if it was being built today, but in the same body shell, because obviously it's an iconic looking design. So what they did is they put in the Lupo dashboard, got a Mark 4 Golf GTI engine, so that's the 20 valve 4-cylinder turbo, and so here we are sitting in it. What we got, is it a G60 steering wheel?
It's been retrimmed to look like an R32 steering wheel.
But is it a Lupo steering wheel?
It would have been originally, but as you know, this has had to have a new ECU because there's no airbags, there's no traction control and that type of thing in ABS.
So we've got a new ECU that's been remapped specifically to time with this dashboard and the engine.
Exactly, the ECU was
and you can certainly feel the turn of speed. So we did a little calculation a bit earlier to work out what the power to weight ratio of this car is. So the car weighs approximately 850 and it's got 213 brake horsepower, as you can see from the dyno printout that we've added into the details. So that means it's got a power to weight ratio of 250 per tonne, and anyone who knows anything about cars, 250 per tonne is, I think, what you describe as ample.
Yes. So it's a fantastic Mark 1 body shell, and then we put period correct ACT alloys on so it can fit G60 brakes so it can stop. It's got a Mark 4 20 valve engine, as you mentioned, which has been completely, so the ECU out of this car has been, we've got a brand new one made in New Zealand, flown over, we've rebuilt the entire car now so it's not looking for ABS or airbags. We've remapped it completely, as you'll see from the paperwork, and it is very, very good and smooth. It's got a Lupo dash. We think it's a Lupo or a Polo interior. It's got Apple CarPlay with reversing camera. It's got a big sub hidden in the boot, but other than that, it looks absolutely stock from the outside. We've got the original door cards in it, and we did a number plate to number plate refresh with John Mitchell Racing down in Hampton, who's extremely well known and respected for VW modifications and racing. And this has had a set of KW these 3 coilovers done by the Heritage Division, so they're all black or bright purple and yellow, totally adjustable, so it rides very, very nicely on the road, but you could then tighten it up if you were to take it at Goodwood or something like that and throw it around a lot. And I don't think there's any Mark 1 Golfs as quick as this out there, full stop. But it could be a daily driver, or it could be a little track day car if you like. I use it for the former and only occasionally because of the extensive collection that I've got. Electric windows, of course.
Yeah. So,
sunroof, of course.
So we've got electric windows that work off the proper Lupo dashboard
That's right.
controls.
We've got a manual sunroof, which is the most fantastic piece of engineering, and Petrol Pen on his channel, when he reviewed this car, was particularly minded to bring that up. And we've got the most wonderful aerial that goes up and down with the ignition.
Yeah. So this sunroof, I have never actually operated a sunroof so easily in all my years. That is absolutely magic.
So we don't know what the performance figures are, but it's quick, very quick.
It does feel quick, and it feels nicely sat on the road as well.
As far as I know, before I did all the finishing work on it, the engine had done about 30,000 miles, the chassis about 80,000 or less, and it's just the the Lupo dash that's got the 100,000 on, because obviously it's come from a donor car, and that's why the MOTs say that. But in reality, you've got a car here that's as close to a 30,000 mile, or even not brand new Mark 1.
Yeah.
Good stereo in it as well, as I mentioned, and very comfortable rear seat belts. We've also took off all the overly stiff anti-roll bars, I think, to make it much more compliant, which means it both handles better and it's more comfortable to drive.
Yeah, it does feel comfortable, and it just feels like a perfect little Mark 1, isn't it? With nice comfy seats and
extremely well built one. The body is absolutely fantastic. There's no rust or anything on it.
So Tim, why are you selling this absolutely beautiful car?
You know, you sold my Lotus recently. I had a significant spinal operation just over a year ago now, and I just can't drive for as long as much as I wanted to. So I'm just going to drop it into second, just so we can see how long-legged it is. Here we go. Just going around this corner. So we'll see where I'm going up and off and down.
Wow.
So that was 60 in second, and I changed gear.
Obviously, because we can't.
I had more leg room there, because obviously we're on a restricted carriageway here at 60, so obviously I changed gear.
Yeah.
So that's how quick it is, and it will. I suspect it's considerably quicker than a normal Mark IV, because just how light it is.
Yeah.
But yes, coming back to that, so I'm selling a few cars, just because unfortunately I can't use the collection as much as I wanted to. And so, for instance, today I can only drive for about 10 minutes for a stop.
Yeah.
So a bit of a shame. But,
that is a shame.
I brought this car back to life, and it's going to be a fantastic head turner wherever you take it. And certainly every petrol station I turn up, everyone comes over and wants to have a chat, or just there's a firing off admiring glances.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Tim. I think that gives everyone enough information about this absolutely cracking Golf Mark 1 GTI update. I think that's what we call it, a GTI update, really, isn't it?
Or an improvement.
An improvement, yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Tim. It's been a pleasure being in the car with you. So a little slight amendment to the video that I didn't mention is that because of you'd think with coilover suspension, adjustable and all the rest of it, and different anti-roll bars, would make the car a bit crashy and bangy, and putting in a different dashboard and all that sort of thing would rattle. But this car has been screwed together very well, and the suspension has been set up for basically British roads, and it just doesn't bang or crash over the bumps. We're going over some now, and it just feels like a modern car. Oops. Yeah, it feels like a modern car going over the bumps. It's no rattles, no nothing. It's lovely. Okay, that's just a little addition.